Hello, hello, this is JilliBling, and I have a project using a lot of new product, textured notes and dies. Wonderful, wonderful bundle. And every May I try to make cards that are manly cards, just because we need some. We need actually a whole bunch of them just ready to roll for birthdays or for anniversaries, or even thank you if you have somebody come over and help you out with a project. It'd be nice to give them a manly card that says thank you. And these cards don't have to be manly. I would love to receive something like this, even though it has like the brown colors, but I love the natural look to it. So that's one sample. This is for when the electrician comes over and helps you out. You are seriously the best. I mean, they make everything work. Thank you. And we all need happy birthdays. Someone worth celebrating every single day. And I want to do another one for anniversary today. So these are going two different directions. They have a lot of the same elements, but a little bit different. This one has texture. There's a new texture and embossing folder, and I'll show you that. And I like it both ways. This one is just flat. This one has a texture. They use different elements, different ribbon. Oh, and I need to give credit to Dawn Ochevsky. This one is very similar to hers. I threw in the extra old olive leaf and I threw in the texturing. But when I saw her project, is like, oh, I have so many ideas of what to do with that. And they go together really quick. Happy birthday, someone we're celebrating. Oh, let me show you the products to use. Texture notes. So when you look at it, it has nice words and a few elements. And many times when you look at a catalog and you see a stamp set and you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of nice, but you don't know where to start. Just copy someone's and then make little changes, and before you know it, it will be your own. The Right Words, which is a new stamp set. And sometimes if you're wondering, is that new or what is it? You could tell by the item number. Most of the ones being released right now start in 165. And this is a great set. There's a Beauty, which is an old set, 163. But I'm using it for the anniversary, happy anniversary, and You Make My Heart Smile. Isn't that nice? And when you put it on a manly card, it's not smushy. Some people joke and say, that's too mushy. And here that could be really mushy. But once you put it on this card, it works perfectly. Here's the embossing folder. This embossing folder, when you touch it, it's like, ooh, that's a little bit thinner. You use 2 clear plates and the platform to use this embossing folder. And it comes as a set of 2. I have the other one right here. And this one, let me see. There, you could see it. It's interesting how just it ends like right up here and it just goes to white space. So that could be a lot of fun. I'll show you the other one here in just a minute. When I used this, I used it with the logo side up, and I'm like, I don't know. I like it better this way. Don't know why. So there's that one. And this is called Glass and Garden. And here's the garden one. Let me see. There, with the dark background, you could see it a little bit better. And these will go through your mini machine. Your baby boss. Okay, and 1, 2, 3 dies. Beautiful motifs is where the Fern came from. And these dies are very interesting. There's 6 dies. 6 of them. I'm not sure. I know this one I'm going to use on the Avid card. But the dies are interesting because, for instance, this one, you're like, oh, I want that shape to be part of this, because it would work very well with that. But this one, and the one that goes right here, they just cut the paper and they leave the paper still. You're like, what are you talking about? So I was trying to use this die with the leaves on it for this project. And I'm like, okay, well, it's olive, and it's like, that's kind of boring. And I thought, well, what if I put dimensionals underneath here? And still, it wasn't what I needed for this project. So in the end, I have 3 layers under here. I have olive on top, gold, and granny apple, just trying to play around with different colors. And if they had dimensionals on them, would that make it work in my world? No. Maybe on the inside of the card it would be nice. And then maybe a darker layer popping through here. But it's just really interesting. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't know a good use for it yet. And so sometimes it's just good to cut out all of your dies so you know what to expect from them. And these two, they also, it just stays on the paper. So there's this one, and just different parts of it pop up. But it's meant to remain right on the paper. And same with this one. This one, oh, I've got the sample over here. I'm really going off course. So, see how that is? Where these stay, it stays right in place. And then you just use dimensionals to pop it up. Okay. Long story short, we're using the die for the fern. How's that? That was a short story. But it's fun, it's nice. Especially in the right instance. Mixed labels for this die right here. Textured notes for the rectangle, has texture on it. And this is from Mixed Label. This one is textured notes. Okay, let's get started. I have more of a plan. Okay, so we will use some new dots. Neutral matte dots. Any of these colors would work great. Some new ribbon, mesh ribbon. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I've used it before. This is my second roll, and it's real soft. There it is. Isn't that pretty? Kind of sparkly. Okay, looking good already, huh? Texture notes, we gave Dawn Ochevsky a thank you for creating a beautiful design. And here are the pieces. This is the designer paper, and it is called Woven Textures. Fun paper, lots of different, I have 2 more packages under there. So this one we'll be using, that's nice. The back side, pretty. Ooh. But just fun stuff. Okay, let's get started. So, fold this in half. And the paper cut sizes are in the description. They're at the bottom of the description. So if you want to make any of these 3, all of these 3, you have everything you need. So these 2 papers are cut using, you're like, you have 2 of those dies? You know, I really like these dies, and yeah, I have 2 sets, 2 full sets. And it's funny, I've been using them. 1 set, 2nd set. There's some sizes you use all the time, and every time they're out, I'm like, oh. So, you know, okay, so I'm going to cut these out. Okay. And this is for the fern. Oh, and the mixed labels comes with this little die. And I've been thinking, I like it. I don't know where to use it. We'll use it today. So I'm going to put this off to the side. Seen all kinds of little pieces in here. And because this little piece, many times you don't see all of it, I'll show you on the samples. It's okay if it hangs off the edge. So this one It was hanging off the edge over there, but I purposely put it hanging onto the espresso paper just to bring attention to it, just because it's so fun. And this one I just chopped off with a little bit hanging over. So when you run it through, don't worry if you can't get it all. If you want to, you would be able to, but I'd say just let some of it hang off because you'll end up trimming it anyhow. Okay, this is for the words. Let's stamp words. I'm going to put on something dark because then I could see the perimeter. I'm going to do it in espresso. And where's that? You make me, you smiles, you bring smiles. You make my heart smile. Isn't that nice? I like that. So when you're stamping on paper that has a pattern, do your best to stamp as straight as you can. Only because if you stamp it crooked, your whole words, your whole card looks a little crooked. So, just like that. Yay! Okay. Then, here is the die from Textured Notes that perfectly fits this. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. Cut it out! Okay, now this piece, I did it 2 different ways. And even this card, which way should it go? Maybe like this one, the original one, with all of this over on the other side. I don't know, I'm winging it as we go. And maybe no texture this time. I don't think you could do wrong. Okay, so this piece, I just cut it at an angle. And this one, I flagged both ends. I'm wondering if this could be like really in the middle, have it a flag. I don't know. I like this one. Okay, I like all of them. Okay, I'm getting confused. Okay, let's just do it to this side, just like that. I think I need to make more samples, just because I'm very indecisive. So to cut the angle, just from right there, I'm getting the tip right to the tip of that. So let's do it. Is the angle right? Is it straight? I don't know, but it's okay. Okay, so that goes there. This, we had to do some of that stamping. Let's stamp this. What is that? I don't think it's a placemat. What is this thing? It's a woven texture thing. So the colors, I have 3 colors here. I have Early Espresso, Crumb Cake, and Pecan Pie. So I'm going to do it in Crumb Cake. And I tried stamping off just to make it really light. And it's just too light. I could show you. You could choose what you want. So this is on the back. Full strength, second strength. See how the second strength, it's too light? Okay, we're doing this opposite. So it's going to go right here, kind of off of the paper. Okay. And let's do the espresso little leaves. I should do this like bam, 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 so you could see how quick it goes together. This one I did just the espresso leaves on it. And pecan pie. Okay, do you like pecan pie? I like a little bit of it. I don't like that jelly stuff. I like the nuts. I like the crust. Whoo-wee! Look at that. Okay. Then, it's going to go there. Look what the border, isn't that nice? This can go here. It's kind of a shame to cover up all that beautifulness. I'm going to put it over here a little bit so you see that, and it gives purpose to our ribbon. Oh, this one is going to have the gold on it. Let's do that part. So just take a piece. I'll trim the ends later. Or I could do a ziggle-zaggle. No, let's keep it the same. And then, so on the samples, one of them I did a bow. Because these dots are matte, I'm going to do just the tie. And if you're wondering, what are you talking about? So, when I hold this up, see on here how it's just a knot? And this one is a bow? Either way is fine. Whatever you're in the mood for, I'm going to do it this way. Just because the embellishments are matte, I'm keeping it a little bit more, possibly masculine, as I look at the ribbon, and it's got sparkles, so anything you like. So I'm going to hold it on there, wrap it around once and twice. And it's kind of hard to work with little bits. Tuck it in there. And the first one is going to hold it really well. And I'll do the second one just so it doesn't come loose. So I'm not worried too much about how it's cinching. I know that looks a little ugly, but I can straighten out the ribbon. Is that even going on the same side? No, the knot is on the other side. That's some serious curling around. Okay. Okay, so give it a tie. Okay, and now I'm going to take a minute to kind of straighten it out a little bit. That's a knot. And this top little fold over, I'm going to separate the ribbons just a little bit because I don't want it to be invisible. See how you can see here's part of it and here's the other part? At first they were laying on top of each other and it looked like one. And because I separated them a little bit, the little feet, they go different directions. Okay, so this is going to go about here. That can go there. Oh, we have to get our green olive die cut piece. This can go on the inside. And isn't that nice how it punches out? Some dies, they punch out. I say that now and there's a little bit hanging on. Okay, had to use my snips, but generally it punches out really good. All the other ferns punched out just fine. So, when things don't go your way, it's an opportunity, right, to learn. So now I'm going to use my snips. Because I think if I put the die back on it, I couldn't get it lined up right. Okay, it's about to release. There it is. Okay, so this is done. That's inside. This is going to go right about here. That will cover it up. Then it gets sparkles on it. Bling on it. Okay, so set this one down with glue. Make sure it's parallel with the edge of your paper. That's equal. This is going to go on with dimensionals. This will get glued on, but let me check the placement. See, it's kind of too bad that it's covering up that pecan pie. You know what? I'm going to do it straight. There. Look at that. And hanging over the edge a little bit. Then this can be here. Yeah. Okay. So, because this is straight, I'll start out with that. Who knew? So this weekend, we just got back from a trip yesterday. A few days later, we're taking off for another trip I lost my father late last year, and it's his memorial in Cody, Wyoming. So we're going to fly out Friday, and the kids are going, and they'll pick us up at the airport in Cody. And we have a Airbnb rented ready. Go to the memorial, then come home Sunday. There's no weekends in there to stamp. What do you think? Looks nice, huh? This white piece, textured note piece, is going to go on with dimensionals. Oh, look at that, a big one. That could be convenient. And because the texture note dies has lots of cuts in it, the paper has a tendency to warp. Therefore, I'm going to use more dimensionals than probably needed. One in the middle. Okay, and the words get dimensionals. And again, because of all the detail on the die, I'm going to use more dimensionals than I would do 3 dimensionals. But because this has a tendency to warp, no sagging words. That looks really nice. I'm going to have it hover right about there. Okay, and then this goes on. How about off to the side a little? Okay, with the glue dot. And because it's cinched a bit from the linen thread, I'm going to fold the glue dot in half, just so it isn't so wide, because I don't want it sticking to the inside of the envelope. So that can go right there. And trim up the linen thread ends a little bit, just a little bit. And the ribbon a little bit. And because I don't always trust glue dots, I do this every time, just to make sure it's going to stay, and it'll dry clear. Okay, that's good. I think it's time for bling. Which ones? I think any of them would go. These are brand new. There might be one hiding. Oh, plain white, and this is vanilla. I'm kind of thinking about doing it the black. Tony's out there building a new furniture patio set. He gave our old one to a coworker, and they came and picked it up this morning. He's had that other one sitting over there for about a week. It's a lot smaller. See, that's a whole different feel. Yes, this is sparkly, but the rest of it is kind of matte, natural. Okay, so let's do something on the inside. You Make My Heart, this is the anniversary one. So in espresso, we're going to stamp Happy Anniversary. Happy Anniversary, it's kind of big. It's kind of script-like. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, I want to do that one leaf, this one. I need a plan though. First I'll start out with this going off the edge, like we did on the front. Do it from this side. I don't know. There's no wrong. Then this one, oh, I've got that little green old olive piece for an embellishment. I'm going to do the pecan pie because I did that on the outside. And there's a few other stamps. A few other or one other? At least one other. Look at that. The leaves are framing the anniversary word. Okay, they're over the anniversary word. It's going to dry lighter. Then that other little piece, this one, the basket, that can go. Oh, I still have the green thing to put on too. Do it in here. So the basket is there. That's done in crumb cake. It's almost invisible. Okay, how about if we do it? Well, it's all supposed to be a background too. See, it shows up better there. I'll do it just like that, a little bit high, so the green bit can go low. Crumb cake. Or maybe it needs to stretch out a little further. How about right there? Okay. It's collage. It's abstract. And this piece, and on both, oh, that looks good. On both the other ones, I have a bow and a knot. This one has a knot here, and it has a knot there. This one has a bow and a bow. Therefore, let's do a knot in linen thread. Oh, do I dare? Bring just a little bit of this in. Have it loop around. Oh, that's kind of fancy. And then have it cinch tie. Okay, I'm going to try it. Don't know if it's going to work. This is really small to be working with. Whose idea was that? Okay, hold that down. A little of this just for... Okay, that's a lot of moving parts. So I'm still going to get the same result. But I'll take this and work with just the ribbon and linen thread right now. Wrap it around, tie a knot that will let the green olive piece slide through. I think that's okay. Well, I could scooch it too. I could scooch the linen thread knot lower if I don't have enough room for the old olive die cut piece. See, now this is getting fancy. Inside of the card, worthy of anniversary. Okay, does it fit? Well, I could always make it bigger and then make it smaller. Let's try it. I think it's gonna work. Look at that. I should have checked the old olive piece if there's one side better apt to receiving. And this side, the nubs look a little shorter. Will it go? It's like I'm just asking for trouble. But then it has to flip over and it's gonna go right here. Okay. Now that it's in place, I can pull this ribbon to make it a little snugger. Look at that. I might have thought I planned it. Okay, so that's going to go right here. And it's going to go on with liquid glue. Dimensional would show through. So the ribbon is definitely going to hit first. So that gets glue. And then just mostly on the inside, maybe a little bit on the outside. Keep in mind that the liquid glue will kind of reactivate the ink. And if you slide it, it will kind of smear your stamped ink image. So once you put it on there, just leave it. Like if I were to pick this up, the espresso I know would be kind of a puddle of espresso. It would be ugly under there. Okay, I'm going to have to trim that because it has to fit inside the envelope. Like it. These need to be trimmed off. And I'm purposely leaving this one because I know it's going to land on the espresso border, the card base, and it's really going to show up. Okay, so if you didn't do all these little fancy steps, this card would go really quick. On the inside of one of these cards, I did dimensionals on this piece, just because I was in the mood to do dimensionals. Or you could just do flat. I guess the question is, are you going to mail it? Or are you going to hand deliver it? Let's hope you don't mail anniversary. Well, you could wish other people anniversary. Happy anniversary. See, look how that goes over. See, now it's obvious that there's linen thread on it. There's sparkly ribbon on it. These need some trimming. And if you don't want your ribbon ends to fray, just touch it with glue. And I'm going to do that. It's going to take a minute to dry, but just a little bit. I'll hold it up close. It's not rocket scientist at all. But if it dries clear, this means that they won't fray. I should probably do that on all of them. Okay, so that is it for today's project. What do you think? You love this bundle? I love the dies. Okay, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. I hope you have a great day. Bye.